All right, so I got my two dogs with me. We're gonna go walk the trail. It's mother and son. You're gonna like them. But I just wanna show you guys that when you do the routine that you're gonna learn in this course with one, you can apply it to two. And so when I open the door, now just know the mom, she barely gets out. She doesn't do the routine. She just gets yard walks on the farm. She lives a good life chasing the tractor. The boy, he's my obedience dog. He does a lot of training, but I only had to do boot camps with these dogs, and then the routine stays. As long as you practice the routine, everywhere you go, everything stays. Heel. Heel. Sit. So there we go. This is the first time they've been out to the trail in a while too, but the routine sets in. And now that we have control, we can go on our walk. Again, the stay is the same. Sit. Sit. And there was a dog distraction. A dog just walked by over there. So you can see the stay still works. But remember, sit. The footing, if I'm gonna go, is on my left. And if I stay, I step out my right. And see, they know. I turn my back, walk around. For two dogs, it changes. Follow the routine. Enjoy it, challenge yourself, and then apply it to all the dogs you have, and who knows how many you can get beside you. But the routine works, but you got to be on the proper socialization, the daily routine and scheduling, practicing every day, challenging your dog, challenging yourself, perfecting, while always in sight of obedience, and don't let anybody else ruin the progress you make. So we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna talk about some dog training and how to be a good dog owner, how to train your dog, be good practices, and you're gonna get to see how these guys walk together. So here we go. Heel. Of course, it's always the routine. If you can't pull your dog back, don't be walking that dog. I gotta remind them, heel. And we might turn a few times when we first get in the trail. Turn a few times, stop starts. They'll get their first break when it's safe right here. Heel. And I'm gonna help them succeed. Break. There we go, we give them their first break. We're watching for dogs upcoming. If any dogs come up, I recall mine and I give way. Because I'm walking two dogs and two intimidating dogs at that, I always give way, leave room, I move out of the way. And I also do this because I like to evaluate other people and how they walk their dogs and how their dogs are walking with them. If they're getting dragged all over the place, like I am kind of now, then I'm gonna be extra cautious going by them because I can't trust that they're not gonna accidentally let their dogs run up to mine. And if their dogs run up to mine, it'll regress my training. Massimo, Cersei, heel. Massa. There we go, and you have to have that tone, especially in a place like this. And if your dog's inch ahead, we don't let inching ahead. Inching ahead is them trying to say, hey, let's go, hurry up, let's do this. We don't allow that. They don't tell us when to go, we tell them when to go. And even then, maybe I'll just turn and go back. Heel. Yeah. We'll practice a stop start. Heel. Good. Heel. Heel. And here we go. Now we'll get on our walk. We'll keep our speed. You always want to walk your own speed. And when it comes to walking, we give our dogs little reminders. Hey, you're pulling ahead. But ultimately, we do our stop starts. Pull back. Sometimes your dog will want to walk around you, depending on how you do your recall. We just remind them. And have your boundary. She's a little too far ahead, I'll pull her back. Have your boundary. When you're walking, note how far side you want them and stick to it. Heel. Because I tell you, they're judging how far ahead they can get, how much they can push you, what they can get away with. So let them know. Communicate clearly, consistently, and positively. Heel. Yeah, good girls. Good boy. And then what we do is when I get a few nice stop starts, heel, heel, break. I'll give them another break, and I'll get a couple more breaks more frequent in the beginning of the walk, just to let them get their drive and the energy that loaded up on the way here, because on the drive here, they were getting wound up in the back seat because they know we're going for our walk. And you guys really need to understand what loading is for dogs. Loading is your dog's mind just getting carried away, leveling up. You know, at first, he's like, oh, we're going to the trail. Oh, we're going to the trail. How long till we're there? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I tell you, on the way here, they were making "Are you there yet" noises, just like kids, I'm sure. So let them get their breaks in, let them get it out. Cersei, Massimo, heel. Call them back in, always communicate. Good communication. Grab our leashes, heel. Here we go. It's important that you give them those leash pops and that your voice always is connected with physical communication as well as your emotional. The tone of your voice, the sound, the way that you pronounce certain syllables, they will pick up on over time just through your energy. Whether they get on your nerves or they do something really good and you're really happy and glad, they'll pick up on these things. And then what you have to do is learn how to use those emotions as an actor. And use these emotions throughout the whole day to benefit you in the training. And then once you get really good at it, then you can take away those voices and those emotions and talk calmly, because everything we want to fade out so that we can just walk naturally and talk naturally to our dogs while getting that amazing performance. But it takes time. So it's important that you always start training in non-distracting areas. You practice the foundation, get the foundation down. And then once you have the foundation skills down, you can challenge and progress. In my advanced courses, you'll see how we really get to test and challenge our dogs. The slowly progressing is the better way for you to actually trust that you've done the right progressions, the right challenges, and your dog actually reads and acts properly over emotionally. Because a lot of our dogs just react on their emotions and their reactions and whatever triggers them and how they feel for what they see. Heel. See, she knows that she's inching ahead. They're both walking pretty far ahead, but I'm walking and talking, so it's challenging for them. But doing your slow progressions, training your dog at first from 20 feet away from dogs, then training them 10 feet away, break, then getting them closer. If they react, then we go further away. We practice how long we can train in front of these dogs in these areas at those distances that trigger your dog if they're reactive to dogs. And then we progress in so that when we're passing dogs, we can keep their attention on us. Because if my dogs react, their dogs are going to react, and it's all a trickle-down effect. So it's important that I can control and handle my dogs to allow other people to succeed with their dogs. So once again, it comes back to if everyone just did a little more training, things would coexist a little bit better. Massimo, Cersei, heel. Good. Heel. Heel. Something's distracting them. The other thing with training is that you have to consider is it creates a safety foundation for your dog. Because when your dogs act on impulse and emotional reactivity, whether it's their instincts of drive to chase things, to react to noises and fast-moving things, it can potentially get them hurt. Even with restricting a dog too much and the dog wanting to get out there, that also can drive them to load, get energy, be really energized and go out and make a mistake by simply just not being sufficiently active throughout the day and hitting the dog's basic needs physically. So by doing the training, you're actually creating a really safe foundation for your dog that will protect and preserve them when we're expecting them to live in our lifestyle, which these are dogs. They're meant to live in the wild. They come from wolves. They have instincts. They have genetic traits that give them things that make them fail in the expectations that we have for them to live in. So it's important for you to be aware of these things. Research your dog, research their traits, research their breed, and really understand how to read your dog. Now, part of being a good dog owner is being able to read your dog. Go over to this side. Go, come this way, we're going back that way. Heel. Part of being a good dog owner is being able to read your dog. Heel. By reading our dog, you do have to experience a bit with your dog. You have to go near other dogs. Of course, keep them at your side and do the training you're learning here, but just see if they are reactive. Always be engaging with them and trying to be more positive. So every encounter they can see you're more fun and they would rather enjoy with you, of course, because we're always working on the training. And that's why you're getting educated now. But you have to go out and experiment a little bit to see if your dog has these reactivities and triggers that they just come with. Every dog is different. Every dog is different. And the first dog you get might be a dream, and the second dog you get might be a nightmare. So just be prepared and do the right thing and get training and build the right relationship with your dog. So getting that focus from your dog and seeing at what point will they not be focused will tell you how you need to challenge them after you create that foundation. Come, here, sit, sit. Cersei, sit. And this is the focus here, that they can listen to me. They're a little distracted. Cersei, if I had treats and I had the motivation connections that I need to get to them, I could offer that too. But I don't need to with these dogs. They're trained, they know the routine. Heel. But it is important that we have, Cersei, heel. Good girl. It is important that we have these connections and communication tools. So we have the leash, we have the collar, we have the food, we have the energy, the emotion, we have the words that we've picked to use. And we've come with our dogs energized so they kennel, ready to train. And ourselves, we have energy and we're ready to train. So with all these things and everything you know from the training, you'll be able to create that foundation routine of walking at your side, breaking, coming when called, staying when dogs pass, but we never say stay, it's just sit or down. And then you can really start to enjoy your relationship with your dog, and the connection and focus will only make your bond and relationship stronger. And that's what it's all about. It's not about our dog going experiencing everyone else. We didn't get these dogs to comfort everyone else and for everyone else to experience these dogs. I got these dogs for myself, they're for me. And so I train them to be more connected to me than to have connections with everything else. So it's so important that when we get out there, we show them that we're more fun, we're more engaging, we're more rewarding. Because if you just let your dog reward on everything else, your dog's not going to want anything to do with you, and that's not what we have it for. If you have your dog and you comfort at home and cuddles on the couch, heel, and then you just go out and throw the ball for him and walk him once a day, and you don't actually communicate and connect with him, it's not the best lifestyle for a dog. And dogs need the connection, they need the emotional contact and the relationship. They thrive on it. So it's important that you connect and you make that relationship with your dog through training and not just letting them run wild, dog parks, walks, off-leash craziness. Be responsible for your dog, create a foundation of training that will help their existence coexisting with dogs, people in public settings. So everyone else can succeed and we can get rid of all the negative encounters that dogs bring through bad ownership, lack of training, and irresponsibility. So do the training, practice, perfect, stage it up progressively, try to avoid the challenges that make your dog fail, help them succeed, and always set yourself up for success. That's the most important thing. By being educated, heel, back up, and learning the routine, and learning how to use the tools, the motivations, the connections and communications, you're just setting yourself up to succeed, and then your dogs succeed, and you create a safe and happy lifestyle, because a dog is a 15-year commitment, and I don't want to hear about people giving up dogs because they just can't handle them. We don't neuter dogs, we train dogs. You know, we don't put dogs on meds, we train dogs. Dogs don't need these things. All they need is a good relationship, a good connection, and leadership. So do your best, follow this course, like, follow, share, leave comments, communicate with me. I want to hear from you guys. There's always room for improvement on what I'm sharing with you guys. So good luck. Break.